again with another tarot reading, because another tropical storm formed, this time Newton. So let's get to it. Two of Cups reversed. So the storm's not going to be very balanced. No, I'm thinking Two of Pentacles. Um, Two of Cups is going to be totally different. Probably. So Two of Cups, unity in the duality of creation. Okay, yeah, so the storm's not going to be very balanced. It's just going to be having a bit of a battle with Newton. It's going to be battling a wind shear. It's not going to fare too well. Um, so it's going to have a bit of a struggle. But, yeah. Um, that's what I'm getting so far with Newton. But again, we're one card out of 10 into the reading, so this is going to be an interesting one. So, next we got Knight of Swords reversed. So the storm's not going to be in a hurry. It's going to be a relatively slow-moving storm at that. Slow going, slow growth. So we're not looking at rapid intensification with Newton. So that's something to work with. Okay, got the World, followed by the Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles definitely was not patient, that's for sure. So the World, recap on what that means. So the World acknowledges our progress along the complex, many-layered journey of the soul. It does not depict completion, because the journey of the soul is never really complete. So the storm is going to be doing its thing. It's still growing, although it's not going to be quick at it, but it is still growing. It's still going to be moving along. World displays the dance of life as it appears at the successful achievement of balance amid the eternal movement of the dance. Through dedication and persistence, we have gained a new outlook. We have achieved the realization that our connection to the spirit within is our true treasure. Okay. The world encompasses all that exists in the visible realm, and in the invisible realms, it is the garment of Maya, the veil that clouds our perception. The veil spins internally, weaving its illusions and limitations around us. We remain poised and focused in the center because we have achieved the awareness that life exists as a manifestation of the one consciousness. Consciousness reveals worlds beyond the veil and beyond our imaginations. Through our expanded perception, we have discovered an inner joy and peace in the world, a gift beyond measure. We are moved, no, we are rooted in the awareness that this perception is now integrated within us and cannot be taken from us. So, hello Kyle. I'm not sure this is your first tarot reading stream. If not, if it is, yeah, this is something I've been doing lately. But yeah, so with the world, yeah, this storm is just part of the storm's life cycle, basically. That's what it's talking about. The storm is just it's gonna do the ordinary. Um, so next we got the Eight of Pentacles. Once I get to it, um, Eight of Pentacles, message of hard work emerges again with Eight of Pentacles. The appearance of this card points to our dedication to the work that has captured our attention and commitment. Through discipline and focus, we have honed our very best to hone our skills and our achievements reveal great attention to detail. So this storm's going to be a bit interesting in this aspect. The storm might be somewhat pretty to look at in a sense. Like its features are going to be well defined. That's what that's telling me. Something popped up on here. Okay, I have to look into that after stream, but next we got the Three of Wands. So Three of Wands draws our attention to introspection, perspective, focus, and planning. We are perched at an excellent vantage point to survey. So again, this does, in a sense, reiterate the Three of Pentacles, and that we gotta that the storm is gonna be well defined. It's probably gonna be textbook tropical storm. It's not gonna be necessarily too sloppy. Note this is talk about Newton, as you can tell in the title. But yeah, that's what I'm getting from this so far. So let's get going. Eight of Swords with the Black Widow. Black Widow tends to be okay. Things are interesting. In the mind of the ferocious taskmaster, this is the message implicit in the Eight of Swords. We are not bound by outside forces, but rather by the immobilization caused by our mental position. So what that tells me is, so Newton's going to try to push for Hurricane. It's not going to necessarily succeed due to something internally with the storm. There's not going to be any external forces that will mess with the storm. It's going to be something internal. Like it can't get something going. It can't get the eye forming or anything like that. Something internal with the storm is going to prevent it from becoming a hurricane. And if it manages to become a hurricane, it'll be a pretty weak one. The Knight of Pentacles reversed reflects that. So, likely. Yeah, responsible and dedication to hard work are the key messages presented by the Knight of Pentacles. It accepts responsibility and openly and reliably in the Knight of Pentacles. We observe the skill of industriousness, structure, and organization. So it looks like in the latter parts of Newton's life, it won't be it ain't gonna be all there. This actually does reiterate the whole Eight of Swords situation. It's not gonna be all there. It's gonna be missing some pieces, missing some ingredients. So there's gonna be something missing with Newton. This reiterates that there's something missing with Newton. Despite what it ends up looking like, it's gonna have some issues. So we got the Magician. That's interesting. Definitely was not expecting the Magician to pop up. So the Magician is a conscious instrument of the life force. The uplifted wing channels the energy from the heavens, and wing pointed downwards brings that energy into manifestation. A magician is a keeper of heavenly power and a highly developed mind and great powers of concentration. Um, so, give the magician perfect control of the four elements in any situation in the earthly realm. In the foreground of the card, four tools rest atop the mushroom, representing mastery of the elemental forces. So there's like some avatar type deal. Um, the magician understands the sacred wisdom that is eternal through inner guidance and with great mental power and integrity. The magician channels the divine. The dynamic energy represented by the magician enables us to raise our motivations to serve a higher purpose and focus our will towards harmony and grace. The magician also exemplifies the higher path, encouraging us to depend on sacred connection so that we may be of service to the world. The magician reminds us that we may have latent skills and abilities just wait to unfold. Okay, so what that tells me is with Newton, again, top half is for the first half of Newton's life. This is for the second half. So I guess these cards here can technically be for like its midlife crisis situation. But towards the latter part of its life, um, it's going to be encountering some form of wind shear that's going to bring moisture to much needed areas like the southwestern U.S. and I guess Pacific Northwest, the Mexican Pacific Northwest, you could say, or it'll bring more moisture to Hawaii, much needed moisture at that. But this thing is going to be, Newton is going to be more beneficial than harm to wherever it impacts, if it impacts anywhere. Temperance reversed. It picks up speed towards the latter part of its life. And that's what that tells me. So the temperance, when it's not reversed, is imagine the flow of the river moving, the flow of a vast river moving slowly in scenery. So with this being reversed, yeah, that tells me that towards the latter part, Newton's gonna be picking up speed. So it's gonna go fast, basically. During the start, it's gonna be a slow-moving storm. Towards the end, it's gonna pick up speed. So that's gonna be something to be looking forward to. And then Judgment. Again, the storm is gonna be... All it means is clear picture. It's not like the storm's gonna be judged. But towards the latter part, it's gonna be very clear what's gonna happen next with Newton. Towards the end of its life, it's gonna be very clear where it's gonna go. Whether it be California or Hawaii. But Newton, it's going to be a very clear picture afterwards. So, with that does seem to be it for right now. Stay safe out there. See you in the next video or stream. Bye.